Hello, it is Ros Place, founder of the Oracle Card Academy, coming to you this week to talk with you about how you can really create confidence in your relationship. So before we go into this video, have a little think about a relationship that you would like to focus on. For the purposes of this video, it could be a relationship with a parent, could be a relationship with your children, could be a relationship with a friend, could be a relationship that's kind of like broken down and you feel really upset around and you want to find direction with. It could be a relationship with yourself, could be a relationship with how you feel about yourself, could be a relationship with you and, food or drink. Just like take a little minute. Anything at all. And as many areas as you like, you can watch this back through, but just take a minute to think about a relationship, because relationships are a source of the most wonderful joy, and they can also be very, very painful and wounding, and opportunities to learn and grow and be better versions of ourselves. So have a little think about a relationship, okay? And what I'd love you to do is join me. Just take like a minute, not even a minute. We're going to say 5 seconds. Close your eyes, okay? Bring your energy into your heart center and feel love and all that love means to you. And think about that relationship that you want to focus on. Great. And I'm going to shuffle the cards. And let's ask, okay? So how can I create confidence in my relationships this week? And think about that relationship that you've got in your mind. How can I create relationships, confidence in my relationships this week? By the way, do you like him? He is a him to me. I'm really into ferns at the moment. I bought a maidenhair fern, and that reminds me of being a kid. I used to have one and I absolutely loved it. I've got one up in my office upstairs. And this little guy, I think we need to name him. I'm thinking of a name at the moment. He's big and I like that. I like the fact that there's all this green. Feels good. Whoa, almost jumpers there. Okay, so let's ask then, how can we create confidence in our relationships this week? And it's you first. So let's see, what do we have? We have, I like this one. This is number 1. So first of all, let me just tell you a little bit about this deck. This deck is actually the training deck, which we use in the Oracle Card Academy. It's only for the students because it demonstrates that all of the symbols and all of the colours in every single Oracle card deck that you have a personal message for you, and that when you understand what those symbols mean to you, then you start to really get clarity. Then you start to get the answers that the guidebook just doesn't give you. It just doesn't. Life doesn't come with a guidebook. It really doesn't. And an Oracle card deck does come with a guidebook, but it's such a broad interpretation. I'm really excited about helping you to understand personal interpretations in Oracle cards. So this is number 1, and it's called number 1 because we don't give it a name. We don't give any of these cards names because I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel it's really lovely just to have a deck that doesn't tell you anything at all. I've got decks that I love that have got words on them, power symbols have got words on them, and they're wonderful starting points for you to explore what things mean to you. But the first thing in my experience that people do when they choose an Oracle card is they read what it says. And I feel that's like really, really kind of like leading you. That really sets the tone, and you try and work out in your head like, oh, okay, so what does that mean then? How can I get those words to fit in with what I was just thinking about or what I was asking about? So we don't do that with the training deck because this is a training deck, okay? And it's lovely to share it with you here. So what is it? Which symbol, which colour speaks to you the most in this card? For the purposes of the video, I'm going to go through the symbols, but we do colours as well in the Oracle Card Academy, and this is just one step. This is step 4 of a 6-step process which teaches you how to read Oracle cards. I've got the Power Symbols deck here, and I'd just love to share with you that we've actually just launched the Power Symbols deck on Kickstarter. It's the first time I've ever done it. And I really hope that we raise the amount that we've asked for on the campaign, because if you don't, with Kickstarter, you really like putting your neck on the line, because if you don't raise the money, then it doesn't go ahead. You don't get anything. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description and you can have a look, and it'd be wonderful if you could support it and obviously have this lovely deck of cards in your home and in your hands. So there are a few symbols which speak to me in this card. The first symbol which speaks to me is the star, okay? So the star, the OCA interpretation, is aim higher, all right? But I want to know what that means to you. So as a starting point, aim higher. What does that mean? In your relationships, maybe you aren't kind of like being really clear about boundaries in relationships. I know that's hard. It is totally hard. It's not, you just want to get along with people and you don't really want to have to kind of like draw a line and have those conversations about someone maybe going too far or overstepping the mark and I've been there so many times. I've sat there and I've just thought, I keep giving. They're going to realise. At some point they're going to say, Ros, come on, my turn now. But some people just don't. So you have to set boundaries. So if it's the star that speaks to you, what does that mean? What does that mean to you? Okay, have an explore of that. Think about what that means to you. The other thing which speaks to me is the candle. Absolutely, the candle and the light. I'll talk about the light in a moment. So the candle means add light, add more light. Okay, so where can you add more light into your relationship that you were just thinking about, or any relationship? Where can you add more light? Where can you be you and shine and have that illuminate? Where can that happen? Where can you add more light? Sometimes I think adding more light is about really pointing out to someone something that you just absolutely love and adore about them. That's something I am growing into. That might be surprising to you to hear that. I've always loved pointing out to people what I love about them and what I enjoy about them. I find that when the people that are closest to me in my life, I can become complacent. Like they should just know. And I just assume that they know. And it's always just gorgeous to point out that light when you see it. So where can you add light? Think about that. Where can you add light in that relationship? Where can you shine or bring light or say something which just lifts things in a relationship? I find that in relationships, one of the biggest barriers is ego. It's just an absolute, it just destroys relationships, ego and pride, you know, and as an Aries, when I get wounded, oh my goodness, I find that real hard. And I kind of withdraw, and it's my ego that's hurt. My soul doesn't care. My soul's not interested. My soul's moved on. My soul isn't even seeing that reality. So if you're drawn to the candle, if the candle speaks to you, think about where you can add more light, okay? And the other one is light. Actually, I know that these lovely cards pop up on the screen. Thank you so much for doing that, Eddie. Absolutely fantastic. And Nigel, who does the videos. Thank you so much, Nigel. Let's see if we can find the light card, because that would be really nice just to hold up, just to prove to you that it's real and it's in this deck. Because candles is about bringing light and adding light. And the actual light has a different meaning. And it is, seek what inspires you. What inspires you? What inspires you in your relationships? Are there people in your life that inspire you? Oh my goodness, it's so important that there are. People that you live with can inspire you. People that you live with accept you. It's my hope that they do. And there's love there and encouragement. But there are such inspirational people out there in the world. And oh my goodness, they fire you up and get you moving in a whole different direction. So who inspires you? Is there a community that inspires you? Can you spend more time being with people who inspire you? Because perhaps in a relationship, you might need to just be inspired yourself in order that you can bring some of that into your relationship. Okay? So that's a lovely card. So we've talked about relationships. We've talked about how it is that you can create confidence in your relationships. I would love to know, I love reading your comments. What speaks to you in these cards? You might see something that I haven't pointed out. It's very likely that you would. And what does it mean to you? I'm so passionate about that. I'm so passionate about you exploring what things mean to you, not getting, there's so many authorities. There's so many people, institutions, organizations, and a lot of it's so hidden, telling us, this is what you should think. This is what this means. Let's all get responsible for really thinking about and feeling about what things mean to us, because nobody else sees and thinks and feels in the way that you do. So let me know what you see and think and feel. Have a fabulous week, bringing confidence into your relationships, creating confidence in your relationships. And that's, as you create confidence for yourself, you will create confidence in relationships. Other people will be affected by that, be impacted by that, just by you being you. When you level up and you are unconditional with regards to how you share that new wonderful energy, other people benefit. Have an absolutely fantastic week. Please let me know what you think. And if you feel inspired to, just check out the Kickstarter page and let me know what you think. Lots of love. Bye.